Truth will correct all errors in my mind, and I will rest in Him who is myself. Truth will correct all errors in my mind. What is an error? Just an illusion. Can you imagine what your life would be like free of illusion, free of error? Have you ever had a time when you were at perfect peace, assured of your safety, confident that everything was okay, or even better than okay? Could you allow for the possibility that as you rest in Him, all errors in your mind will be corrected? Truth will correct all errors in my mind. And so, as we begin letting go of errors, continue letting go of errors, could you just watch what happens? Could you watch how the truth comes to you for you as you relieve yourself of anything other than the truth and allow yourself to rest in Him who corrects all errors? And when we're going through this process, there can be some maybe guilt about what being in error. And we forget our innocence. We simply have chosen something that wasn't true, and that all that's required is letting go of that and being restored to the truth that always awaits us. Truth will correct all errors in our mind. Could you allow yourself now to feel what it feels like to be free of error and illusion? Could you come to Him? Could you remind yourself who goes with you on this? Could you allow God to remove all errors from your mind? Could you be reminded what it's like to be corrected? And any resistance to that correction, to all these errors being lifted, does it seem like you have to do something? You have to figure something out? You have to be different in order to have these removed? Could you notice any resistance to truth correcting all errors in your mind? And could you notice the feeling that comes up for you? Any resistance to letting this happen for you? And could you let go of resisting the truth, which will correct all errors in your mind, and rest in Him who is yourself? Truth will correct all errors in your mind. Could you rest in Him who is yourself? Could you notice how it feels to be at one with Him, allowing your correction, allowing the truth? Or there could be some resistance to just letting go and letting God correct everything. Could you notice any sense, any doubt in this power and its ability to correct everything for you. Any resistance to allowing any errors in your mind to be corrected, whatever comes up for you. And could you simply notice how it feels to be resisting the truth and letting yourself be corrected? And could you release any resistance to allowing his correction, the truth, to correct any error, just an error, just correct it? Would you allow a release of the resistance to the truth, correcting all errors in your mind? When could you release the resistance to the truth, correcting all errors in your mind and rest in Him who is yourself? And you could just rest in Him who is yourself as all errors are corrected for you. Truth will correct all errors in your mind. Could you allow that to happen, to be so? And it's okay if there's any resistance or refusal to just allow this to happen for you. Could you notice, is there any resistance to just letting God correct any errors in your mind? Letting truth correct what is an illusion? And if there is any resistance, could you just allow it up? How does that feel behind any thoughts that God, truth, doesn't just do this for you now? How does it feel to be resisting or refusing the correction inherent as truth is allowed? And could you feel that more? Allow yourself to resist the truth, whatever that feels like, without making right or wrong of it. And could you surrender any resistance to the truth, any resistance to God doing it for you? Would you surrender to the truth? Drop any resistance and allow all errors to be corrected in your mind. When could you surrender to the truth? Drop the resistance, give it up, and allow all errors to be corrected in your mind. and rest in Him who is yourself. Truth will correct all errors in your mind. Could you rest in Him who is yourself today?